I've been trying to start this video for like 5 minutes and I have no idea how to introduce meal planning when you have depression. But that's what this video is about. I've been depressed lately and I've been struggling with meal planning. So here are some things that have helped me. So here's the thing. When I am depressed and I am in my own head, I choose fast food 100% of the time. I will choose the easy, convenient foods. Even when I go to the grocery store, I will still pick out frozen pizzas. I will pick out mac and cheese, just the very easy things because they don't take a lot of brain power and honestly, they make my soul feel good. They don't make my tummy feel good, but they make my soul feel good. So I have been really trying to work on that over the last couple of weeks because it was getting a little bit out of hand. So the first thing that I have been doing is keeping it really realistic for myself. I'm not gonna go from 1 week of 100% fast food to the next week 100% keto and low carb foods, which is what I thrive on if you have been here for a minute. That's just not something that my brain in its state currently can do. That's a huge switch, and 2 or 3 days in, when I inevitably implode because I was not ready for it, I am going to spiral into a more depressed state because I just wasn't there yet and I didn't listen to my body. For me, what this has looked like was last week, most of my breakfast and my lunches were good. I think I only had lunch as takeout one of the days. My breakfast was keto, my lunch was keto. Dinners, I think there was 2 dinners. Both of them were unplanned that I had takeout, but the other 3 days I ate at home, which from going and having the standard American diet 3 times a day, sometimes close to 5 times a day, down to only having that one lunch and those 2 other meals out, like that is a huge success. But I've just been kind of tapering it down like that to where all of my meals then become healthy meals, if that makes sense. Now, this next one is not meal prepping. And I know that might sound a little weird for some people, but when you're depressed, I can hardly shower. I can hardly brush my teeth every day. I hardly remember to drink water. So spending hours on a Sunday evening meal prepping does not fill my soul. That is not something that I like to do in my normal life, honestly. Now, if you're somebody who already meal preps in your normal life and it helps you get out of that state, by all means, please meal prep. But if you're struggling to do the meal prepping, don't feel bad. Take it back a little bit and just meal plan. So what I find is the easiest strategy for my boyfriend and I to meal plan is I pick my lunches and I pick my breakfast because we are separate for both of those meals. But we figure out dinners together and we usually give ourselves a little bit of like wiggle room. We give ourselves 3 meals that we buy all of the ingredients for. And then we give ourselves 1 meal that can be, we call it fend for yourself, and that's like a leftovers kind of a day. And then for the last one, a lot of times, like maybe 1 day a week, we will go out to eat. That's not every single week, but we just kind of give ourselves a little wiggle room. So we really only buy for 4 dinners for the week. And that is just something that has helped us cut back on our takeout expenses. So while you are meal planning, thinking about the meals that you are going to have is also something that you need to be very conscious of. It might sound great when you're meal planning that like, oh my gosh, we can have this chicken that takes 45 minutes to make and we can do it together. Yes, maybe for one of your meals do that, but don't do that for all of your meals in that week or all of your dinners in that week because that is going to get overwhelming. Try to pick things that are easy to prepare, like less than 30 minutes. Honestly, a pro tip for me is any frozen food is your friend. Now I'm talking like healthy frozen foods. For me, I would say like frozen sausage patties, chicken breasts, frozen vegetables. I always have frozen vegetables on hand because they will die in my refrigerator. And like frozen fruits. So buying frozen healthy foods really, really helps. But just making sure you're going back again to that first one of being realistic with what you can handle after you have worked however many hours in that day that you worked. Trying to put yourself in your shoes in the evening, go back to this last week and say, okay, last week I felt terrible 3 days out of the 5 that I worked. Okay, so 3 of those days, plan a meal that is either you can throw it in the crock pot or you can put it all in a baking sheet, throw it in the oven, and you can go sit on your butt for a little bit, maybe go take a shower, you know, just trying to make your life as easy as possible for the evening times. So earlier I said that frozen foods are a big help for us. One thing that helps me a lot are prepackaged foods. So already pre-portioned items like almonds that are in the already prepackaged things, cheeses, the little Baby Bell cheeses, string cheeses. I don't have to sit there and cut them and put them in baggies. I can throw them in my work bag on my way out the door. Like hard salami, you could just throw that whole bag in there. Yogurts, I really like to take yogurts with me because I can just toss it in there. Anything that I don't have to take a lot of time and energy on is a-okay by me. This last one is probably the most important one, and it is be nice to yourself. Don't beat yourself up if you go off of the meal plan. I usually like to call them meal guides, kind of guiding you through the week, because who knows what's going to happen during the week. And don't beat yourself up if you do happen to have more fast food than you thought. You are trying, and just you surviving the day and being here is absolutely more than enough. So speak kindly to yourself. That is one of the things that has helped me tremendously lately, has just been saying positive things to myself when I don't want to say anything nice at all. So I hope that this video helped you in some way, shape, or form, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!